For the next part of our program, we asked the cohort to nominate a class speaker, somebody who could speak to the experience that they had. And they chose Chris of New Latitude Event Solutions. So, Chris, I'm going to turn it over to you if you would be so kind.
Great, thank you. Thank you so much for that introduction, and thank you for the opportunity to speak. Um, when I heard that I was going to have the opportunity to speak on behalf of the class, I was very flattered. Um, I was moved to be chosen as the guy who would get to try and convey exactly what this experience was like for us. And I was trying to come up with ways in which I could pay tribute to as many cohort members at once. I had even toyed with the idea of delivering this message while riding a bicycle on my way to P-Town to repair my car while eating deviled eggs, shoving receipts into a Ziploc bag full of scented soaps, all while listening to some awesome beats on my beats and filming it with a GoPro to convert into a cinematic promotional film. That was my goal. Um, in general, I wanted to come here and talk about this most unique of Cape Cod cohorts with, a little sass, a little irreverence, and a sense of real accomplishment. Then yesterday happened. Yesterday. Um, I'm sure that everybody watching this watched yesterday unfold with absolute astonishment and amazement. Um, Citizens of this country, our neighbors, were engaged in behavior that just defies polite description. I'm still trying to wrap my head around what this means, but it forced me to take a step back and look at not just this incident, but this entire past year as a whole. And it made me really think about how this past year has been for all of us. Um, I said this was a unique cohort, and it is. We started out on a virtual platform, and we're finishing on a virtual platform. Other cohorts that came before us, they've had the opportunity to meet in person and interact and build friendships and relationships, and our group was denied that convenience. Our group was forced to deal with the fallout of a global pandemic. Our leadership, Kristen and Amanda, they were forced to make stuff up as we went along. And I found myself logging into the same Google Classroom platform that I holler at my kids to log into every morning. And yeah, sometimes I forgot to submit my homework too. But we did it. We did it. We took the adversity that 2020 threw at us and we made something. We decided to press forward. While the world was shutting down around us, we said no. And we decided that this was the day for us to seize. And we all jumped in with gusto. And with the spirit of true entrepreneurs, we shed our blood, our sweat, our tears, and our time working to make these dreams a reality. We attended classes that gave us tools and tricks that we needed to move our ideas forward twice a week. And we also met with our mentors. Our mentors, gosh, our mentors who encouraged us and cajoled us to keep moving forward on a weekly basis. Experienced professionals and like-minded entrepreneurs who saw the value in what we were trying to do and chose to become a part of it. Chose. That's one of the most powerful components of this EforAll experience. See, for those of you who are watching this who weren't part of it but have been invited, you may not realize that the entrepreneurs were not assigned mentors at the beginning of this program. They're chosen by them. Every one of our individual mentors saw what we had to offer and said, I want to be a part of making this happen. For you mentors out there, I wonder if you really realize how much it means to those of us with an idea and with a dream to know that someone out there believes in what we're trying to accomplish. I don't know if we can ever convey how much that means to us and how much we appreciate everything that you've done. You didn't just bring a sense of experience or knowledge to our projects, you validated them. You brought confidence and you gave us confidence, and these intangibles meant so much. And to those folks who were not part of this program, I want to take a moment to acknowledge all of you. Um, all of the EforAll orphans, EforAll widows and widowers and friends who are here tonight, who generously lent our cohort, your parents and your spouses during these workshops, encouraging them, encouraging us to pursue our dreams and to build. to create, to make this world a better place. As our family, you have a very unique perception of who we are and what we do as individuals and what we are like. Your patience, your understanding, your support, they help to reassure us that we are doing the right thing at the right time, and your encouragement is invaluable. So this brings me back to yesterday and everything that happened. You see, those people, they're not our future. And I'm not talking about politics or policy. I'm talking about hope and ideals. Yesterday, we saw people without hope, filled with anger. But that's not us. And that's not our America. Our America is the land of opportunity, where we are seeking to carve out just a small niche for ourselves. Regardless of where your politics lie, we are better than that. We still continue to see President Reagan's shining city on a hill, and we answer the call President Obama made when he called on us to be the change we seek. You see, folks like us, we all have one thing in common. We see solutions. We know the solutions that will satisfy a need that we see in the world around us, be it a service that we think we can improve or a product that we think we can put a unique twist on. Every one of us brings something new and valuable to the table. And for us to do this while the world is dealing with one of the greatest health and economic crises of all time, this cohort has guts. These young men and women, and those of us not so young men and women, though still young enough to be a member of the CCYP, just for the record. These men and women in this cohort have courage. Courage of their ideas, the courage of their convictions, the courage to make the world a better place, even if it's only just a little bit. So what's next? The future's unwritten. As the world changes around us, so will we. We will be nimble and creative, and we will continue to adjust and adapt. The biggest takeaway that I have from my cohort is that if you as entrepreneurs are quick to pivot and are open to opportunities, you, like all of us, have the potential to grow. And though it may not seem like something within our grasp today, we can succeed beyond our wildest expectations. Thank you so much.
All right, let's give it up for Chris.
Yay!
Awesome. Great job. Awesome. Thank you, Chris.